Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Affiliate Sensei coming to you guys live again. And I just want to say thank you, you guys. I'm so grateful that you're watching this video right now. And I just want to put that out to the universe, guys. I want you to say thank you 3 times out loud, because guess what? The more you say thank you out loud, the more the universe is going to bring you circumstances, events, and other people to make you thankful and to make you grateful, okay, guys? So put that grateful energy out there. I know you got it inside of you guys. You might have to look for it, but look for it, okay? Search for it. And guys, today we're going to talk about toxic relationships, okay? More specifically for a significant other, but this is also going to apply to family and friends. Now, unfortunately, guys, I have a lot of firsthand experience with toxic relationships, okay? I was in a very long-term toxic relationship, unfortunately. I have a lot of family members that are unfortunately toxic. I've experienced some toxic friendships. So this is from firsthand experience, guys, okay? I'm going to give you some information how you can identify a toxic person and how you can make changes, male or female, to have a more positive, fulfilling relationship in the future, okay, guys? So first of all, I have some good news to start off with. Problems, they're actually a sign of progress, okay? Problems are a sign of progress. So this applies to both business and relationships, both, right? Because think of it like this. In business, it's a great analogy because when you make a mistake, you took on too much risk, right? So you're assessing your risk-reward ratio, right, in business, right? So problems are a sign of progress because they show you what you don't want. So the same thing in a relationship. You have a bad relationship, you have a toxic relationship, you know. At least with a significant other, that's something that you know you don't want to experience in the future, right? That's something that you know you don't want to experience. And also, if you guys get in an argument, that means that person's emotionally invested and they care about you, okay? So let's start off on a positive note. Problems are actually a sign of progress, guys. So let's get straight into it, okay? When you set boundaries, right? In any relationship, you're going to set boundaries that are healthy. They should not be crossed. These are with friendships and relationships both. So an example, if somebody shows up to your house uninvited, right? You know, most people, that's crossing a boundary, right? Because you have already established, hey, I'm going to call you before I come over. And they're breaking a boundary. You know, that's just one example. You know, you ask people not to move something, your friends not to touch something, and they touch it anyway. That's crossing a boundary, right? That's them not respecting you, okay? Another thing, does this person intentionally press your buttons, right? You know, we all have things that upset us. We all have things that make us mad. We all have things that set us off, right? Every single person does. It's just those people that are closer to you, they know those things that specifically set you off, right? And they make it a point to harp on those things or discuss those things that are going to intentionally press your buttons, right? And if you're the type of person that does this, right, you have to ask yourself, why are you trying to press that person's buttons? Why are you trying to hurt their feelings, right? It doesn't make sense. And if you're in that kind of toxic relationship, if you want to keep it, you need to cut that behavior out, right? Is this person intentionally pressing your buttons, right? Make it a point to mention this. Make it a point to mention, hey, when you do this behavior, it really bothers me. Could you please change it? And if they really care about you, they'll make it a point to change that behavior, right? So are they pressing your buttons? Did you tell them, right? And did they change the behavior? If they disrespect both your boundaries and intentionally press your buttons, there's a good chance this person has malevolent intentions, okay? Versus benevolent or good intentions. They're selfish. They're self-centered, right? Right? They're constantly crossing your boundaries. They're constantly making you upset. They're constantly pressing your buttons. You know what that means, guys? That means they don't respect you. And they could even turn this against you in another toxic way to say, after I press your buttons, they're going to blame you as being an aggressive person, an angry person. But anger is a healthy emotion, okay? Anger is a healthy emotion. And someone that's going to intentionally press your buttons, then blame you as a bad person for having a healthy, angry reaction to something you had already discussed with them. That's toxic, guys, okay? And that's a toxic pattern. You know, people do this with their physicality as well, you know. You may be physically intimate, withdraw, be physically intimate again is like a power and control move. So, I mean, there's multiple ways, you know, people can be toxic in relationships, but these two are a great indicator of where to see red flags, where to notice things off the bat. You know, if you're setting simple boundaries that they're breaking, that's a red flag. If they're pressing your buttons and you tell them it's something you don't like, that's a red flag, guys, okay? And it's a good chance, right? They have bad intentions. They have malevolent intentions, and they're a selfish person, okay? They're selfish. They're self-centered. And you may also notice these people, they're going to say things like this. I got to worry about me, right? They have this belief. Well, I got to worry about me, because if I don't worry about me, nobody else is going to, right? But you got to understand, we're social creatures. We need positive support systems in order to succeed, in order to be our best selves, right? They may say other things like, you know, sometimes you need to be selfish, right? Or even things like yourself first. Yourself first, right? Comments like this, it just means they're self-centered. They don't understand the power of groupthink. They don't understand that we're social creatures, right? They're self-centered. They're only worried about themselves, right? And you're never going to achieve great things all by yourself. You know what I mean? It is possible, but we're social creatures. We need a support system really to reach our full potential, okay? And you need to understand this. So are they a positive support system? Do they encourage and support your goals and desires, right? Do they encourage and support your goals and desires? Do they understand the importance of looking at your future self, of supporting your future goals, of sacrificing now in order to get what you want in the future? Sacrificing even time together, going out, doing fun activities to say in the future, we're going to enjoy so much more. So I'm going to support you 100% now until we're able to achieve those goals, because I'm not thinking of the now. You know what I'm saying? I care about my people so much. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about, years down the line, months down the line, what I'm going to achieve and what we can enjoy then at that time. But you have to have a mindset, a future mindset, not in the present, to really succeed and really not be in a toxic relationship. So do you have that positive support system? Is it both positive emotionally and financially potentially as well, right? Is there an equal financial share in the relationship, right? Are they contributing what they can contribute, but are you also contributing what you can contribute equally as well, okay? And that's a sign of an equal shared relationship, a non-toxic relationship. Are they positive emotionally? Are they encouraging you toward your goals? You know, I had a lot of my family, my friends, you know, and even girls that I was with be negative, right? Say, oh, well, you've been trying that. My friends would say, oh, you've been trying that for years. You know, you haven't made money with that. You know what I'm saying? But I keep at it, and now things are happening. Things are moving for me, right? Because you got to not give up. You need that person in your corner saying, I believe in you, man. You got this. You can do whatever you put your mind to. And really, that's the difference. And that's what you're going to see between toxic people and people who are going to benefit your life. People who are going to help give you game. People who are going to help you level up. People are going to positively encourage you and help you achieve your goals, right? Because you can't have both, right? People are going to be toxic. They're going to be negative. They're going to be leeches, or, they're going to be positive. They're going to be encouraging, and they're going to help support you. And the more successful you become, the more you're going to realize, there's not a lot of positive, encouraging, supportive people out there, right? But if you put that out to the universe, you're grateful, you're happy, you're excited, it's going to align you with those people. It's going to bring those people right to you that are going to positively encourage you and inspire you to help achieve your dreams, okay? So keep trucking, keep a positive mindset, And you need to cut these people off. Once you determine they're toxic, or once you reach your hand out and say, I want a relationship with you. I care about you. I want you in my life. You reach your hand out over again. They don't accept it, cut it off. Cut it off. Shing, 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 like the sensei. Cut that shit right off. Because guess what? These people aren't supporting your goals, and your goals have to become the priority. They have to become the priority. But the reason why I have these goals as a number one priority is so I can help care for the people that are around me in the future, right? Because if someone turns out to be toxic, you can't rely on everybody. You need to rely on your own skill sets, right? In order to attract that group of people, that tribe that's going to positively encourage you to be on your team, right? Because if you're toxic, you don't have the team mindset. It's a team, right? It's a team effort. We're social creatures. Imagine Shaq and Kobe, right? Imagine Kobe going against the Chicago Bulls by himself. He's going against the Chicago Bulls by himself. He's going to get smashed. He's got no other teammates. He's the best player in the league, maybe besides MJ at that time, Kobe. Right, we're not going to get in that argument, but Kobe, let's say he's the best player in the league. He's not going to win the game by himself. He's not going to win the game by himself. So you guys got to understand, it's a group think, it's team think, it's teamwork makes the dream work, okay? And you want that A-level team, you want those NBA starters that are going to positively encourage you, that are going to pass you the ball, that are going to dunk the ball on your teammates. You feel me? You can't do it all alone. You can't do it by yourself, right? So do you have that positive support system, right? And do the people in your life, the toxic people, so this is something I struggle with toxic family members, unfortunately. Do they use your positive changes as a toxic blame game, right? For me, I do see a therapist regularly. It's something that helps me positively encourage others and work on my own issues as well. And one of my family members said, oh, well, maybe that's why you see a therapist, right? And that's an example of the toxic blame game, right? They're not encouraging you. They're not saying, I'm so happy for you for making a positive change, for trying to encourage yourself, for trying to empower yourself. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. They say, oh, well, maybe that's why you have an issue, right? And unfortunately, it comes to a point where you have to say with family members, they're toxic, or I've reached my hand out so many times, they don't want to be part of your life. If they want to continue to be toxic, or if their values don't align with your values, So finances can be a source of contention, right? How are you with your money, right? Are you giving with your money? Do you spend, and the people around you, they'll spend right back when they get the chance, right? Or do you keep track every dollar? How do you approach money, right? How do your friends, how do your family, how do they approach it? Because this could be a source of contention. You want people that are aligned with the same values you have, right? With the same values. What's their integrity? Do they say things or promise things and not follow through, right? Do they promise you things and not follow through? If they do this, that's a huge red flag that says, you might want to question their integrity. You might want to question their honesty, and you might want to question their set of values. If you're an honest person, you're the type of person that'll follow through on a commitment, that'll follow through on a promise, right? Here's another thing. Do they contact you regularly, right? Your friends, your family, people in your life, even, significant other. Are they contacting you? Are they reaching out to you saying, hey, how are you doing? I was wondering what you're up to. It goes both ways, guys. It goes both ways. Do they ever reach out to you to see how you're doing, or is it always one-sided? If it's always one-sided, it's a good chance they don't really care that much, and the relationship could be toxic, right? Does the relationship revolve around using substances, right? Do you guys go out drinking together? Do you guys, smoke weed together? Do you guys, have negative habits together, right? Can you guys have positive habits outside of those negative habits that you guys can focus on? If you have positive habits together, great. But if the relationship primarily revolves around those negative, toxic habits, it's most likely a toxic friendship, guys, right? So at the same time, you need to ask yourself, if you feel you're in a toxic relationship, are you spending enough time focused on the relationship? How many plates are you spinning at once, right? If you're spinning 4 or 5 different plates, if you're working 12-hour days, multiple days a week, but you expect to make your relationship a priority, it's not going to happen. If you have multiple friendships, 3, 4 different friendships of people you're seeing on a regular basis, and you expect to maintain a great, fulfilling, intimate relationship, it's not going to happen. If you are working all the time and you expect to be a positive support system for your significant other, it's not going to happen. And the last thing, guys, that I wanted to get into, I know it's kind of a longer video, but with this one, guys, I just rolled off the cuff. I made my own notes. I hope you really enjoyed it. So what are my thoughts on dating an entrepreneur, right? Male or female, what are my thoughts? These are my thoughts, right? A lot of people say they're willing to do whatever it takes. They really want that dream. They really want that goal. They really want that money, but they really don't, because they're not willing to go through the pain of the sacrifice. They're not willing to go through the uncertainty, right? Most people, they'd rather have the certainty of a paycheck. They know they're going to get their bills paid. They know, everything's easy. They, you know what I mean? They're going to file their taxes. Everything's good. They have no uncertainty. Most people can't deal with the uncertainty. They can't deal with the sacrifice, right? Because like I said, I experienced my own toxic relationships. I had to cut people off. Sometimes I'm by myself, but I know what I need to do. I know I need to make these videos, and I know I need to make it happen because, guys, you got to remember, don't leave any stone unturned. Don't leave any what ifs. Okay, life is only so short. You're only going to have your legacy, your legacy, guys, your legacy. That's going to live forever, but your life is only so short, guys. You don't want to leave any stone unturned and think, I wonder what would have happened if I would have done that. I wonder what would have happened if I would have followed through with that. If I would have taken more action, what would have happened? So my thoughts are, you need to be a positive support system. You need to be focused on supporting that significant other, okay? Even if they're not an entrepreneur, even for a healthy relationship, support them with their goals, support them with their dreams, guys, and that's going to be the major difference. So, guys, if you have anybody in your life that's unfortunately toxic, hopefully this helps you navigate that a little bit better. If you have someone in your life who's an entrepreneur, guys, I really hope this helped you navigate your relationship better and be a more positive support system for that person, male or female. Once again, thanks so much, you guys, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.
Piña colada, alcohol.